Doesn't matter how much SCP content I make, you guys will never get enough. And I think with all the videos we have done, we have only scratched the surface of all the stuff going on in the SCP Foundation. But what if some of these SCPs aren't just creative thought put onto the internet for entertainment? What if they have actually been spotted in real life? Hello, most amazing Top 10 family. I am your host, Shade Arena, and for today's list, we are going to be diving into the world of the unexplained creatures that is the SCP Foundation, some of which may be walking the earth. For today's list, we're going to be counting down the top 10 scary SCPs that exist in real life. As always, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and stick around until the end of the list because I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts, which you guys love so much. And without taking any longer, let's get into this list. Coming in at number 10, we have SCP-1000. This SCP just so happens to be the big furry guy in the woods that no one can catch on camera. Yes, this SCP is also the hide-and-seek champion himself. It's Bigfoot. It only makes sense that the missing link Ape Man Sneak Master is part of the SCP Foundation. He is a mythical beast that the SCP Foundation has most likely been trying to get their hands on for years. Based on the SCP's knowledge of this big ape, it seems that it clocks in at around 10 feet tall, and they can be somewhere between 200 and 600 pounds. Man, a 600-pound ape dude that is 10 feet tall? That guy could be drafted to any sports team he ever wanted, no question. His bench press is probably ridiculous. Something that the SCP Foundation has found out about this version of Bigfoot is that it carries with it a very deadly virus that can lead to the end of life as we know it. So if you ever see a Bigfoot just walking around in the wild, maybe just leave him alone because he might give you a sickness that could end mankind. Coming in at number 9, we have SCP-994. What's that in the sky? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's an unidentified flying object. Yes, this SCP is based on the classic UFO, and didn't the Pentagon just release footage of a UFO to the public and nothing happened? Like, everyone saw that, right? They were like, hey, there was something flying in the sky and we could not identify it. That's how you know the world is messed up right now. The government was like, aliens are real, and nobody cared. Well, what can I say about this SCP that you don't already know from the countless stories about UFOs? They often look like flying saucers, they move at speeds that don't make any sense, and they defy the laws of physics. There's probably a bunch of little green or gray dudes in there who want to put probes in our butts for unknown reasons. That's the real mystery here. Why do aliens want to put stuff up our butts? Coming in at number 8, we have SCP-1981. Why not an SCP that is a good old presidential speech? I mean, who doesn't like to go back through time and watch old presidential speeches? That sounds like so much fun. For those of you who are not aware, SCP-1981 happens to be a VHS tape of Ronald Reagan's speech about the threat of Russia encroaching on the US in 1983. This was a pivotal moment for the US in arming itself with nuclear arms to stand strong against Russia. But there is something very different about this recording. A minute and 10 seconds into the recording, the president will start to give a speech that has never been seen before. If you rewind the tape and play it again, the speech will once again change topics. As the video continues, lacerations will start to appear on the president's face, and those lacerations will continue to get worse. There's also been a dark hooded figure spotted in some of the viewings. This tape was found at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Museum by one of the librarians. And even though this is just a story from the SCP Foundation, some people on the internet have claimed that this librarian is a real person, which might give some credit to the tape being real. Ooh. Coming in at number 7, we have SCP-096. The SCP known as Shy Guy. This SCP has a long, pale body. He's about 8 feet tall, and he hates when people look at him. If you are unlucky enough to spot this guy in the flesh, then you better start running because this SCP will stop at nothing to kill you. Now, I have thrown him on this list because there are numerous stories online of Shy Guy sightings, which doesn't really make any sense because he's supposed to kill you if you see him, but I'll read one out to you. This story was uploaded to Reddit, and it was about a girl walking home late at night. She heard crying coming from down an alley. She was concerned about what could be going on, but she also wasn't about to walk down a dark alley late at night. She then saw a tall, hairless figure step out from behind a dumpster. It had a horrific, deformed face with an extended jaw, and it started to move towards her quickly. She ran away, and a car passed by filled with people. I guess this grabbed SCP-096's attention because he started chasing after the car and left the woman to run away home to have nightmares for the rest of her life. Coming in at number 6, we have SCP-087. This SCP is just a set of glowing stairs. Well, that can't be that spooky. Well, the steps that make up this SCP can lead to a whole bunch of strange places. Some say the steps lead to a doorway to another dimension. Others have said that the steps can lead down to hell. This SCP is only a set of 13 steps. Of course, it has to be the number 13. Well, here's the thing. Apparently, this SCP can move wherever it wants to go. It can disappear and reappear instantaneously. It can change old steps into itself and create steps out of thin air. There are plenty of reports on the internet of people saying they saw a set of glowing stairs appear, but they were too scared to walk up them. I think that's a good choice. No need to follow the devil mystery steps, that's for sure. Coming in at number 5, we have the Virgin Mary. If the Virgin Mary is real and all-powerful, she would for sure be someone the SCP Foundation would be interested in. See, they don't only go for evil scary things, there are a bunch of cute and cuddly SCPs, as well as holy righteous ones. And to back up the Virgin Mary's existence outside of the Bible, there is the story of the miracle of the sun. Apparently back in 1917, there were 3 kids in Portugal that were getting weekly visits from the Virgin Mary herself. Everyone thought that these kids were probably lying until they told everyone that the Virgin Mary would come back the following week and perform a miracle for everyone to see. Over 100,000 people showed up to see this miracle happen, and apparently the sun started spinning in the sky and changing colors. This has never been explained. Coming in at number 4, we have Dobby the House Elf. If you're a Harry Potter fan, then you know all about Dobby and his involvement in the Harry Potter universe. And if you're a fan of the SCP Foundation, you will know all about how they love to find and catalog anything supernatural. And if you were anywhere on the internet in 2019, you probably saw this video.
It's the creepy video that freaked everyone out.
I'm honestly just kind of scared.
The creature was captured back in June on a motion sensor camera outside a home in La Junta, Colorado.
No one has any idea what was caught on this camera. Dobby was just a speculation, but whatever this thing was, it didn't look like anything that we have seen before, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was something with elf powers. I can't say that this has any direct relation with any SCP that has already been cataloged in the Foundation, but if there was an SCP Foundation in real life, they would be hot on the trail of this little dude when this video came out. Coming in at number 3, we have Skinwalkers. Shapeshifters come in all shapes and sizes. Get what I did there? You guys get that joke? Pretty good joke. I like that joke. But back to my point. Shapeshifters have both existed in the SCP Foundation and in several of our mythology throughout history. Come to think of it, the SCP Foundation is just another type of mythology. But Skinwalkers are some of my favorite. They are a Navajo legend of people who could take the form of animals and sometimes even other people. Most famously, they would transform into werewolves. Very spooky. I think out of all the things in the SCP Foundation that could possibly exist in real life, this one could be real because we would never know if they were ever around us because they could constantly change their shape. So I could be one, you don't even know. Coming in at number 2, we have SCP-343. This SCP has also been called God, the creator of everything we know and everything we can interact with. This SCP is not like the God from the Bible who wants you to pray to him. No, this God is neither good nor evil. He only exists. He has created all for a reason that is far beyond our comprehension. There have been plenty of stories of people saying that they have talked to God outside of Holy Scripture. I mean, the local crazy guy probably says that he talks to God all the time, but what if he's right? What if all these people are talking to God and he does exist in our reality? That's a little spooky to think about, but also makes me a little jealous. Like, why isn't God talking to me? What, am I not pretty enough? Coming in at number 1, we have the Scarlet King. Now, the Scarlet King has never been spotted, but he has been spoken of in other ways. The Scarlet King is a being that is beyond our comprehension, that exists on a higher plane than we do. He has the ability to cross between dimensions, and all forms of lower God fear this entity like the plague, which he is responsible for. So basically, anything bad that has ever happened in the world, this guy is responsible for that. You stub your toe, the Scarlet King did that. You lose your wallet, the Scarlet King did that. An asteroid crashes into the Earth and ends humanity, the Scarlet King did that. Basically, this guy's the devil. So anytime there's been something written in scripture of any religion about the root of all evil, you can go back to this guy. So whether or not you think this guy exists depends on what your belief system is. But he's been lingering around for a long time. All right, everyone, that has been our list. And as promised, I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts. Remember, if you want me to shout out your pet, you can hit me up on Instagram. I pick new pets each day. So if you don't get picked, just message me back again. If it takes me a little while to get back to you, I'm very sorry. I have a lot of these to do. And without taking any longer, let's shout out some pets. First up, we have Noelle, who looks like the littlest bundle of joy ever. Then we have Aylin, who looks like such a cute little curious boy. Next, we have Levi with his super cute scarf. After that, we have a pet that I didn't get the name for, so I'm going to call him Long Johnson. And to close it out, we have the guinea pig, Eleanor. Alright, thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, guys, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Until next time, I've been your host, Jade Arena, and keep enjoying all this crazy content, and we'll keep bringing it to you. Bye.